I accidentally discovered my company's CEO was stealing employees' identities. Just today, I became the highest paid whistleblower in corporate history. 3 years ago, I was just another IT specialist at Tech underpaid, overworked, and completely invisible to upper management. My job involved routine system maintenance, password resets, and occasionally retrieving lost files from PIS. Nothing glamorous, nothing that would ever put me in the spotlight until that Tuesday morning when CEO Richard Harmon's executive assistant called me in a panic. Richard's laptop crashed during his board presentation. He needs his backup files immediately, part the quarterly financials. Can you come up to the executive floor now? I'd never even been to the executive floor before. The elevator required a special key card that I technically wasn't supposed to have, but every IT person knows the workarounds in their building. When I arrived, the assistant ushered me into an empty conference room where the CEO's laptop sat open. "Please hurry," she whispered. "He's stalling the board with coffee." I plugged in my recovery drive and started searching for the financial presentation. That's when I noticed something odd. Parent a folder labeled Heinchar, special hidden in a nested directory it shouldn't have been in. As an IT professional, unusual file structures always catch my attention. I should have ignored it. I should have found the presentation and left. Instead, I clicked. Inside were thousands of files, parent each named after an employee. I recognized my own name and clicked again. There was my social security number, my home address, a scan of my driver's license, and most disturbing of all, parent colloid credentials for bank accounts I'd never opened. My hands started shaking. I quickly found the financial presentation, copied it to the desktop, and left without saying a word. That night, I couldn't sleep. Was our CEO stealing employees' identities? Was this some kind of elaborate identity theft operation? I needed to be certain before making any accusations. Over the next 2 weeks. I carefully documented everything. I discovered that Richard had opened credit accounts in the names of over 340 employees, primarily those without families, those new to the country, or those who wouldn't notice immediate changes to their credit reports. The scheme was brilliant in its simplicity. As CEO, he had authorized Heinchar to collect extensive personal information for enhanced benefits processing. That data was then used to open accounts, make purchases, and even take out loans. Parent all carefully managed to avoid triggering fraud alerts. I anonymously contacted 3 affected employees and suggested they check their credit reports. All 3 found accounts they'd never opened. With enough evidence compiled, I faced the hardest decision of my life. Going to the board of directors seemed futile. Parent Richard had handpicked most of them. The police, maybe, but corporate cases often disappeared into bureaucratic black holes. Instead, I contacted the FBI's Financial Crimes Division and the Securities and Exchange Commission simultaneously. What followed was 6 months of secret meetings, recorded conversations, and the most stressful period of my life. I continued working at Tech, pretending nothing was wrong, all while wearing a wire during certain meetings. Yesterday, federal agents walked into our headquarters and arrested Richard Harmon along with 3 executives who had helped facilitate the scheme. The company's stock plummeted 40% within hours. This morning, my lawyer called you. As the primary whistleblower in a case involving over $118 million in financial fraud, I was entitled to 15 to 30% of all recovered funds under federal whistleblower protection laws. The expected settlement, $23.7 million, payender after taxes. I cleaned up my desk today. Some colleagues called me a hero, others a traitor. Most just seemed shocked that the invisible IT guy brought down the untouchable CEO. The truth is, I am neither hero nor traitor. I am just someone who couldn't look away when I saw something wrong. Period. Even when looking away would have been easier. Tomorrow I start house hunting in a new city with a new identity of my own choosing. The irony isn't lost on me. Sometimes the most important work of your life happens when you are not following the job description.